Ladies and gentlemen, time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. The richest person in the world and the poorest person on the street both have 24 hours a day. What separates the two is not money, it's how they use their time. If I told you that in just 7 days you could take control of your time, would you believe me? Most people wouldn't. They think mastering time is about buying expensive planners, downloading apps, or attending seminars. Let me tell you the truth. Mastering your time is about mastering yourself. On the first day of mastering your time, your only task is to observe. That's it. Don't rush into planning. Don't try to fix anything yet. Just pay attention. Carry a notebook with you. Or use the Notes app on your phone if you must. And track exactly how you're spending every hour. From the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, write it all down. You may think you already know how your day goes. You wake up, go to work or school, eat meals, maybe scroll through your phone, handle a few tasks, talk to people, and go to bed. Simple, right? But when you track every action, every distraction, and every interruption, something happens. Reality hits. You'll be surprised how often we lose time in the small gaps. 10 minutes waiting for a ride becomes 25. 5 minutes checking social media turns into 40. A quick break becomes a long escape. We don't waste time in big blocks. We lose it in little leagues, slowly, quietly, until the day is gone and we wonder where it went. This day isn't about judging yourself. If you waste time, write it down. If you procrastinate, note it. Be honest. This is your mirror. And mirrors don't lie. They just reflect. People spend more time planning vacations than planning their week. That's because looking closely at how we spend our days can be uncomfortable. But discomfort is the beginning of growth. By simply becoming aware of your time, you're already ahead of most people. At the end of the day, review your notes. Ask yourself, what patterns do I see? Where did my energy go? Where did I feel in control? And where did I lose it? Remember this, you cannot change what you refuse to see. Day one is not about doing more. It's about seeing more, seeing clearly. Because until you truly know where your time is going, you'll never be able to lead it in the direction you want. On the second day, it's time to act, but not by doing more. In fact, today is about doing less. Once you've seen where your time is going, you'll realize that a big chunk of your energy is being eaten not by tasks that matter, but by noise, distractions, low-value activities, pointless scrolling, reactive replies, uninvited conversations. This is the noise that drowns your focus quietly and daily. You need to cut it. Look back at your notes from yesterday. Identify at least 3 things that consumed your time but gave you little or nothing in return. Maybe it was the hour you spent arguing online. Maybe it was checking your email 20 times a day instead of 3. Maybe it was watching video after video until midnight, convincing yourself it was just to relax. Be honest again. But now, be ruthless. Pick one of those time wasters and cut it. Not reduce it. Cut it. If it's a social media app, delete it. Just for the week. If it's an unnecessary meeting, decline it or request a summary. If it's the habit of checking your phone every few minutes, turn off notifications. Do something that physically removes the temptation from your reach. You see, people talk about time management as if it's about squeezing in more tasks. But mastering your time often starts with subtraction, not addition. You don't become rich by adding more coins. You become rich by not leaking them. You must protect your time like it's money, because it's even more valuable. You can earn money back. You can't earn back lost hours. It's also important to start your day on your terms. Most people wake up and immediately hand over their attention to their phone. The day begins with messages, notifications, headlines, and suddenly your thoughts aren't your own anymore. That's noise. Take back the first 30 minutes of your morning. No phone, no internet, just your thoughts. A calm start gives you control. If you want to do big things, you need quiet. Noise is the enemy of clarity. When you remove it, you'll notice something powerful: space. Space to think, space to focus, space to breathe. And don't be surprised if this feels strange at first. Your brain is addicted to the noise. Silence will feel boring. Focus will feel unnatural. That's okay. You're not cutting the noise because it's easy. You're cutting it because your goals are more important than your impulses. Today, take one bold step toward clarity. Remove just one source of distraction and protect that space like your future depends on it. Because it does. Now that you've seen where your time goes and cleared out some of the noise, it's time to start shaping your days with intention. This is the point where most people fall into a common trap. They try to plan their time like a firefighter, always responding to what's urgent, always reacting, always rushing from one burning task to another. But reacting to life is not the same as leading it. You must learn to plan like a farmer, not a firefighter. A farmer doesn't wake up and ask, "What should I do today?" A farmer wakes up and follows a rhythm. The land doesn't surprise him every morning. He plants in one season, waters in another, and harvests in another. There's patience, consistency, and trust in the process. That's how you must start thinking about your time. Spend day 3 setting up a very simple system, not a complicated to-do list that you'll abandon in a week, but a basic daily rhythm you can follow. Plan your next day the night before. Decide what your most important 3 tasks are, not 10, just 3. These are your crops, the things that if you get them done will actually grow something valuable in your life. Everything else is just weeds. Next, group your similar tasks together. If you need to make 5 phone calls, don't scatter them throughout the day. Batch them. If you're writing, block out an hour where nothing else interrupts you. Every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a small price. Reduce that cost by working in blocks. Also set boundaries, real ones. Give your day a clear start and a clear end. One of the biggest lies modern productivity sells is that success comes from always being on. But even farmers let the soil rest. If you don't respect your own off time, no one else will. And without rest, your work becomes shallow, your thinking becomes dull, and your joy disappears. Then comes day 4. This is where you test the rhythm. Live your day based on the plan you made the night before. You'll notice 2 things happen. 1, you'll get more done than you thought. And 2, you'll be tempted to drift off track. That's normal. Planning your time is not about controlling every second. It's about creating direction. The goal is not rigidity. Life will interrupt you, sure, but when you have a plan, you return to it faster. Without a plan, every interruption becomes a detour. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to reflect. Did I stick to my rhythm? What stole my focus? What worked well? Where did I fall off? And how can I adjust? Planning like a farmer means trusting the long game. You're not going to harvest results in a day, but if you plan, water, and care for your time consistently, you'll look up in weeks and realize you're no longer just reacting to life, you're creating it. By day 5, something shifts. You've started to reclaim your hours, you're cutting out distractions, you're planning your days with care. But mastering time isn't only about productivity. It's not just about getting more done. It's also about what you do with the time you save. Too many people spend their entire lives chasing things they can measure. Money, achievements, recognition. But the most valuable parts of life can't be measured, and they definitely can't be bought. Today, it's about giving your time to the things money can't buy. When was the last time you sat with someone you care about without checking your phone? When did you last listen to someone, not to respond, but just to understand? When did you last take a walk without a destination, or laugh so hard you forgot the time? You see, money can buy a watch, but not more time. It can buy comfort, but not peace. It can buy medicine, but not health. And it can rent attention, but never love. Use this day to pause the endless chase and redirect your energy toward the things that truly matter. Call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Have a meal with your family and keep your phone face down. Go see your parents if you can. Visit a place from your childhood that reminds you where you came from. These small moments are the real wealth of life. Also, take a little time today to be with yourself, not for work, not for problem solving, just to reconnect. Sit in silence, reflect, write in a journal. Think about where you're going and whether the path you're on is taking you there or just keeping you busy. This is the part most people skip. They optimize their schedules, track every hour, chase every opportunity, but they forget why they started in the first place. They forget what makes life meaningful. If you don't intentionally give time to the things that nourish your spirit, life will slowly lose its color. You'll have motion without meaning, success without satisfaction, and one day you'll look back and wonder where the moments went. So today, resist the urge to just fill the hours. Don't see this as a break from progress. See it as a return to purpose. Because the time you give to people you love, to memories that matter, to the health of your body and the stillness of your mind, that is the time that pays you back forever. Productivity is powerful, but presence, that's priceless. As you reach day 6 and 7, it's time to put everything into motion, and more importantly, to let go of the illusion that you'll get it all right on the first try. By now, you've watched how you spend your time, removed distractions, built a basic structure, and given energy to what matters most. You've laid a solid foundation, but these final 2 days are about testing that foundation in the real world. Because planning is easy. Execution is where most people stumble. And here's the truth, you will stumble. Your routine will get thrown off. You'll fall back into old habits. You might sleep through an alarm, miss a task, waste an hour here or there. That's not failure. That's feedback. The most dangerous mindset you can have right now is perfectionism. The belief that your time management must be flawless from the start will only lead to frustration. The goal is not to become a machine. It's to become a better human, one who adapts, adjusts, and evolves. So treat day 6 like a simulation. Run your system, stick to your plan as best you can, but also track what doesn't work. Did you try to do too much in the morning and burn out by noon? Did your environment pull you off track? Were your expectations unrealistic? Make notes. Observe not just your actions. And on day 7, use what you've learned. Modify your schedule. Drop the habits that don't serve you. Keep what works, but make it easier to follow. If something felt forced or draining, ask yourself, was it necessary or was it just tradition? These 2 days are about embracing what every successful person understands. Failure is not the opposite of progress, it's the engine of progress. The faster you fail, the sooner you learn. The sooner you learn, the sharper your time becomes. Mastery is not found in avoiding mistakes, but in refining through them. You might be tempted to copy someone else's routine. Wake up at 5 a.m., meditate for 30 minutes, read for an hour, write 10 goals, run a marathon, and then start work. But remember, this isn't about creating a picture-perfect day. It's about building a system that actually fits your life, your energy, your values. Give yourself permission to adjust. Maybe you need more breaks. Maybe you work better at night. Maybe your most productive hours are not the ones you've been told they should be. Discover what works for you, not for the internet. By day 7, you should feel something different. Not perfect, not finished, but in control. Even if things aren't running smoothly yet, you now know how to correct course. You've proven to yourself that you can take ownership of your time. That alone puts you ahead of most people who live their lives in reaction, not intention. And remember, this is not the end of a 7-day challenge. It's the beginning of a new mindset. One that says, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be committed. One that knows how to recover quickly, learn constantly, and move forward always. Your time is the most personal currency you have. Spend it wisely, invest it in growth, and never fear a bad day, because now you know how to build a better one tomorrow. Some people chase success for 30 years and still feel empty. Others master their time in 7 days and begin to change their lives. You don't need more hours in a day, you need more intention in your hours. Don't wait for permission, don't wait for motivation, start today. Use these 7 days not to catch up, but to get ahead. Thank you.